Good evening and welcome to Tassies 2020.
Oh my God, these feelings just begun. I'm saying things I've never said, doing things I've never done. Oh my God, when I see you I shoot it right. But I'm frozen in motion and my head tells me to stop. Feeling feelings I feel about us. Try to fight it, but it's never enough.
The first award this evening is Best Newcomer. We are proud as a society to always be welcoming new members. The award for Best Newcomer is our way of recognising someone who has joined us in the last academic year and made themselves an absolute, undisputed, unquestionable big name on campus. While we're proud of every single one of our members for what they contribute to our society, we could only nominate so many, and there can only be one winner voted for by you. Here are the nominees. Daniel Gregory, who wowed us with an impressive performance in this year's Hex Show, earning him a nomination for Best Actor. Delaney Jordan, who made herself a known face in TAS this year, performing in multiple of our shows and entering this year's rewrite competition with her play, The Modern Woman's Guide to Hosting Company. Joanna Goldschmidt, who has a stupid name, and has supported us backstage with many of our shows this year and will soon be your not very good engagement officer next year. Miroslava Hladka, I'm sorry if I completely butchered your name. Mira joined us for the 24-hour play at the start of this year and has been completely willing to jump into many of our events since. Nifemi Wilson Adu, another future exec member. Nifemi will be taking over as your secretary next year and has already made herself a friendly face in the society. Sab, who wrote and directed their original play, A Heave and We Pushed Through, which was selected as this year's Hex Show. Sarah Beth Mackey, who has thrown herself into most of our shows this year and proudly didn't let a dodgy store sausage roll get her down, but she did miss rehearsals. Finally, Tarek Ferguson. While Tarek joined us on tour last year, that was after the last Tassies, so we thought it was fair to include him in the running this year. Tarek is known for his unrelenting positivity and his YouTube channel. It goes without saying, well done to all the nominees, and we hope this isn't the last we see of you. However, the winner is... Tarek Ferguson.
Thanks, Ben. Now, for Best Ensemble. Every show needs a good ensemble. Without it, you'd just be staring at the same lead actors for 2 hours. And well, that's just boring, isn't it? So here are our contenders for Best Ensemble. Our 24-hour cast did not only prove their acting abilities on their show night, but also their creativity and ability to stay up almost all night and not lose their minds entirely. The cast of our Hex Show displayed what a great ensemble can do, working together physically and emotionally. Their performance together was a brilliant experience. Little Red in our pantomime wouldn't have gotten very far without the villagers, helping her through with good advice, supportive words, and most often, a great dance number. The big bad woodland creatures, on the other hand, preferred to put hurdles in Little Red's way, wherever they could. They didn't make them any less enjoyable to watch, though. Sorry, Red. The tragedians of R&G showed us the epitome of good theatre ensemble, able to act out anything, anywhere, at any time, to peak ability, even on ships. Now, the winner is... the big bad woodland creature.
Thanks, Samuel. Okay, next up we have Best Production Design. This year we have transformed both the Lakeside stage and the Hex into a variety of sets, which have been quite the adventure for our casts. First, we started the year with 24 Hour, in which our stage was transformed into our beloved's props cupboard, because who wouldn't want to be trapped in there? Featuring costume rails and stacks of props, this cupboard was brought to life. Next, we had our Woodland Adventure with Little Red Riding Hood pantomime, which this year took a whole new step in the painting of the floor, along with set cloth and beautifully drawn and painted flats, to take us on the different locations of the story. Next was Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, which took us on an adventure through different bright sight colours and even a trip on the ocean with some crazy pirates. It was quite the trip. Finally, we finished the year with a Hex Show, and with A Heave We Pushed Through, which took the unconventional space of the Hex and with the use of sheet and projection created a new experience for us all. And the winners are... Little Red Riding Hood.
Thanks, Tassie. Next up, we have Best Studio Slot. This year, we've seen a wealth of talent on our studio stage at the Lakeside Theatre. Everything from rockstar politics to gangster grizzly bears. And the nominees are Birdland, Immaculate, Nuclear, Room Service, Sad Eyes, Sincerely Yours, Swallowed, The Homecoming, and Unfine Dining. And the winner is... Room Service by Aaron Wild Eccles.
Thanks, Ryan. This award is for Best Director. Every year, TAS puts on a variety of different shows featuring worlds and characters that both entertain and captivate the audience. The final polished product that the audience sees on show nights is actually months of hard work, passion, and late night rehearsals. Usually at the forefront of all of the stress, tears, and enthusiasm are the directors themselves. To direct a show, you need time, patience, positivity, and a vision, and then even more patience. The nominees are Louisa Futcher, the director of our hilarious 24-hour show. Louisa was there to direct and guide our lovely performers as they played individual characters, sharing stories whilst locked in a theatre costume cupboard. Next we have Benjamin Jennings and Ryan Clue, the directors of our wonderful TAS Christmas pantomime Little Red Riding Hood. Ben and Ryan took on the task of getting Ben's writing from page to stage, from potato sacks to plot twists. Our next nominee is Samuel Bell, the director of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, taking this tragic comedy, a show close to his heart, and bringing it to life with outrageous characters and occasional tossing of coins. And our final nominee is Sab and Gabby, the directors of our Hex show And With a Heave We Pushed Through. Sab, also being the writer of And With a Heave We Pushed Through, dared the Hex space with their thought-provoking piece of theatre. Those are our nominees, but there can only be one winner. And the winner of Best Director goes to Ryan and Ben!
Thanks, Nicola. Next, we have Outstanding Contribution. Every year, we have members that go above and beyond to help and support the society. This year's nominations are Ben Jennings, who wrote and directed our incredible pantomime, Little Red Riding Hood, performed in R&G Are Dead and 24-Hour Show. He also acted and hosted Rewrite 2020. Next, we have Joanna Goldschmidt, who started the year performing in 24-Hour, quickly joined the backstage teams of Panto and R&G Are Dead, and is always throwing herself to new opportunities. Then we have Jordan Tromper, been on the backstage and tech teams for all of our shows from 24-Hour, Little Red Riding Hood, and Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. Next, Ruby Barry, who has part of the set design team for Little Red Riding Hood, helped backstage throughout the shows and performed in Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. Ryan Clune, who directed Little Red Riding Hood, performed in R&G Are Dead, and filmed and edited together Rewrite. And for Sab, who worked on the tech teams for R&G Are Dead, and wrote and directed our Hex show And With a Heave We Pushed Through. And finally, Samuel Bell, who directed Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, stage managed 24-Hour, and was part of the set design team for Panto. He also acted in Rewrite. And the winner is... Oh, Ruby Barry.
Hello, smile at camera, and welcome to the Tassies 2020. Oh, So hello everyone. I'm here in an empty Lakeside Theatre because of COVID obviously, and it's a real shame you guys can't be here. The thing that makes my job really lovable is you guys, and it makes me sad that we're all not together. So I hope you're doing okay. There are 2 winners of the Harry Harris Technical Award for Backstage Harry Harris Award this year. And one of them you will have seen in the control room all the time doing most of your shows, or if you've been to shows and ever looked behind you, there they are. And the second one is in the wings all the time, just there when you need them. And they've both been brilliant. So let's move on. The winners are, who will be winning this award as part of the Tassies 2020 awards. And now, the winner is, oh wait, hang on, what's going on? Oh, no, I think it's okay. Oh, it's my cat. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, thanks. Right, cool. And the winners are Charlotte Button and Jordan Trumper. Congratulations. Just imagine everybody's going crazy right now. Oh. Love you guys, see you soon. Bye.
Thanks, Harry. Next up, we have Best Show. Despite our year being unfortunately cut short, we still put on 4 brilliant shows at the Lakeside and in the Hex. Starting off the year with the annual 24-hour show, in which our cast and crew create and put on a play in just 24 hours. This year, we were introduced to the company of a theatre who got locked in their props and costume cupboard, which I feel like is a big fear for all of us. And there ensured many shenanigans from dance numbers to pot Shakespeare plays. Next, we had this year's Christmas pantomime on the Lakeside stage, which was Little Red Riding Hood, in which we follow Little Red on her way to visit her grandmother in Widenhoe. A path with many twists and turns and shocking revelations, and of course a song and dance. It was a show to not be missed, and if you did, well, that's on you. In spring term, our play was Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, an absurdist tragic comedy following the characters of, well, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, obviously, featuring the titular characters, some royals, tragedians, and the appearance of the one and only Hamlet. RNG entertained our audiences. And last but not least is our Hex show. This year it featured an original piece written and directed by our very own Sab, and with a heave we pushed through. It was a compelling and angry multimedia piece about the effects of climate change, especially on young people. The Hex show proved to be a success for a second time in a row, proving a new and different theatre experience from our usual plays. And the winner is... Little Red Riding Hood.
Thanks, Tassie. Now, on to Best Supporting Actress. This year, we've had 4 amazing shows, which have been full of great characters and actors playing them. These following nominations may not have had the starring role, but they didn't stop them from giving it their all and leaving a lasting impact on us. The nominees are Charlotte Button in Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead as Hamlet, a lead role in another play. Charlotte played Stoppard's Hamlet brilliantly as the mopey and indecisive Prince of Denmark. Mary Spiro in Little Red Riding Hood as Badger, one of the big bad woodland creatures gang, whose hilarious performance as the sadistic Italian henchman made us all laugh. Ruby Barry in Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead as the player, the leader of a ragtag group of actors. Ruby's performance as the overdramatic and sleazy character bounced off the 2 titular characters wonderfully. Challoa Aberlade in And With a Heave We Push Through stood out amongst the ensemble cast of the show with her amazing stage presence and strong performance. And the winner is... Ruby Barry.
Thanks, Samuel. The next award is for Best Supporting Actor. This award is for someone who really stood out amongst the crowd. And the nominees are Tarek Ferguson for his graceful performance as Alfred in Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. Jack Bullions for his quacking performance as Duck in our Christmas pantomime Little Red Riding Hood. Ben Jennings for his role as the Royal King in Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. And finally, Callum Marshall, the Irish Charm, Woodcutter in Little Red Riding Hood, our Christmas pantomime. And the winner is... Callum Marshall, Little Red Riding Hood.
Thanks, Ryan. Now, on to Best Actress. This year we've had some incredible leads for our shows, from lost Shakespeareans to lost fairy tale characters. The nominees are Amelia Dawson in And With a Heave We Push Through was a driving force of the production with her powerful performance guiding the piece and allowing for the production to be energetic and compelling. Faye Nichol in Little Red Riding Hood as Red, the titular character of this year's panto. Faye brought the character of Red to life, interacting and improvising with the audience, as well as infusing the character with a sense of wonder about the world she had found herself in. Hannah Young in Little Red Riding Hood as the Good Fairy of the Woodlands. The shopkeeper and narrator for the show, Hannah kept the audience entertained throughout the performance with her charismatic demeanour and exceptional comedic timing. Natalie Elliott in Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead as Guildenstern, the pedantic and constantly concerned other half of the titular duo. Natalie's wonderful stage presence and performance as Guildenstern brilliantly bounced off Aidan and added a sincerity to the entire production. And the winner is... Natalie Elliott.
Thanks, Samuel. Next up is the award for Best Actor. We've seen some really impressive performances this year from our members, all the way from Shakespeareans to talking animals and everything in between. The nominations for Best Actor are as follows. Aidan Rocket as Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. Aidan took on this huge role while simultaneously also playing Lenny in The Homecoming. The most impressive thing is that he lived to tell the tale. Aidan and Natalie shared the stage as a compelling duo with believable chemistry for the whole 3 hours. Will Aidan take home the Best Actor award for a second year in a row? Only a short amount of time will tell. Next up is Daniel Gregory in And a Heave and We Pushed Through. Daniel made his TAS debut in this year's Hex show as part of a tight ensemble of actors. Daniel's performance was particularly memorable, from well-choreographed physical theatre to an intense and captivating monologue. We definitely hope this isn't the last we see of Daniel as a part of TAS. Next up is Elijah Little as Ruby Riding Hood in Little Red Riding Hood. Elijah played the dastardly dame turned villain in last year's pantomime. Speaking as director of said show, I couldn't have asked for a more perfect grandmother. Yeah, that does sound a bit strange. And the next nomination is Tom Jervis as the Big Bad Wolf in Little Red Riding Hood. Tom was very excited to be cast as the big pantomime villain, so it was very funny to watch his reaction at the read-through when he realised that he'd actually be getting killed off midway through. Tom was a perfect fit as the wolf, and it was a pleasure watching him on stage every time. And finally, Ben Jennings as King. Congratulations to all 4 of these incredibly talented actors. Speaking personally, I truly enjoyed every one of your performances. However, there can only be one winner, and that person is... Tom Jervis.
Behind the scenes.
Welcome to Tassies. Hello.
I once saw him go in a schoolyard and at least touch 5.
Quite sweaty.
From...
Little Red in our pants.
And next nomination. I thought we were just rolling. I thought we were just spitballing. I thought we were just editing. Everything tall.
Cheers to UKIP. UKIP.
Right, do it again.
Taking our country back.
Get it, try again. Right, everyone.
This award is for Lifetime Achievement. Lifetime achievement means that throughout this individual's academic years, they have consistently dedicated time and energy and passion into everything that TAS does. It means regularly attending workshops, socials, auditions, and just going the extra mile when it comes to supporting TAS, its events, and everything in between. This person has wholeheartedly always been enthusiastic when it comes to TAS. Whether it's auditioning for shows or attending socials, they have always been there to support and enjoy what our society has had to offer over the years. Not only has this person supported events, but they have also contributed to the strength and warmth that TAS has today. This person has given so much time, effort and passion towards TAS over the years, and to say that they deserve this award is an understatement. This person introduced me to TAS and made me feel welcome, and I'm absolutely sure that many others could say the same. This person, despite doing a degree, auditioned for so many of our shows, and sometimes they auditioned for too many. But if they could go back and be in less shows, they wouldn't. This person is of course very special to me, but I also know that they are special to so many other people in the society purely because this person was someone anyone and everyone could talk to and feel welcomed by. The award for Lifetime Achievement goes to Jack Billions.
Stinky crotch.
And finally, for the President's Award, over to me, live on Zoom.
Tassies 2020!
Cheers!
Yes!